everybody. Welcome to this week's discussion board. So we're going to be talking about browsers here. Now, hopefully you've already gone through all of the lecture information, or most of it at least. And hopefully you've already gone through the simulation that is there to kind of walk you through three of the biggest browsers. And so with that knowledge you have now, we're going to get into the subject. So 1, 2, 3. Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. These are the three biggest browsers around. Are these the only browsers around? No, not by a long shot, okay? In fact, on the computer I'm on right now, I don't have any of those three on my computer. I'm not really a big fan of them for a variety of reasons. So I use a browser called Brave, which is known for being, having high security settings and being very privacy oriented. Actually, Brave was created by some of the people who also created Firefox. But I also have Microsoft Edge on this computer because it is a Microsoft, basically it's an HP and it came automatically installed. And I use Edge sometimes as well. So there are more than just those three browsers. There's Opera, there's another one, there's Tor, there's a bunch of kind of small ones as well. So these are the top three, though, and you see how each person in that simulation had different things to say to kind of support his or her preferred browser. Now, a couple things to think of right out of the gates. Open source is a term that comes up a lot, and open source seems to mean that you can change anything, and it's basically, complete bedlam in Firefox because anybody can change anything and it's dangerous. That's not true at all. Open source, yes, you're able to kind of manipulate some of the source code, but not all of it. And it's not like I could go into Firefox's code and change something that would then affect how you use it. So I just want you to know, open source, this means that it's not proprietary. It's not owned by a certain company or a certain organization. It's something that is out there that all people can use and access. By the way, there's a lot of code in Chrome that is also open source. So that's just something to let you know kind of what that term may mean. Each one has its advantages. Each one has its disadvantages. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you're going to because I'm the teacher and I'm telling you to, your mission is to basically talk about that, all right? What are the benefits of this one over that one? What are the drawbacks of Chrome over Safari or something like that? But also put in some of your own personal experience. Why do you use the one that you use? Why are you thinking of switching to another one? Is it just because Safari is too expensive because it's an Apple, so you're not going to do that, and Chrome is just a lot easier? Okay, but can you give me anything more? Because I am going to prompt you to think a little deeper about this, right? I'm going to prompt you to think about security settings and to go into some of the add-ons and extensions that are offered in, say, well, any one of those three. Do they have more that you like? Are you able to kind of change the style and the background and design a little bit just to kind of make it fit your personality a little bit? So really think deeply about these browsers. Think about what they do. Think about what they offer. And think about ultimately why it matters to you, okay? We're going to have another thread as well, so keep an eye on that, and that one's going to be related to, kind of tangential to the one that we're talking about here. It's going to be related to the internet and browsers, but focusing primarily on privacy and security online. So do you really take your privacy and security online? All of us say, well, yeah, we do. But do we really? Okay. So I'm going to give you some instructions on what to say there. Please feel free to post in that thread. Any post you make there will count for your overall thread count or post count for the week. Very much looking forward to what all of you are having to say this week. Thanks.